Warning. Warning. You are entering a territory far from your safe space. You must turn back now, or you will become informed. Go. Now.
The defendant's attorney says his client didn't mean to fire at the mother and trigger tragedy.
That explanation, though, did not get any sympathy from the judge in the case. 7 News reporter Rebecca Vargas is live for us in Miami Gardens at the scene there. Rebecca?
Yeah, the man now in jail behind bars with no bond. This after police say he turned himself in yesterday.
His intent was to kill somebody.
Donald Young facing a judge Wednesday morning. The 52-year-old charged with first-degree murder and 7 counts of attempted first-degree murder in the death of an innocent mother of 3.
It's been tough, but to get this closure is better than anything I could have ever asked for.
Isaiah and Jonathan Raphael lost their mother, 43-year-old Alicia Roundtree, on December 9th when a bullet pierced through her car window as she drove west on Northwest 183rd Street near 24th Avenue. Right after the shooting, a surveillance camera capturing the moment she crashed into 2 cars at the 27th Avenue intersection. She would be pronounced dead at the hospital.
She was just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Police say the man who pulled the trigger is Donald Young, and according to investigators, that bullet was meant for 7 people parked in 2 vehicles outside the North Dade Regional Library. Police say Young was shooting at the group because they had shot at his vehicle with a BB gun moments before. Young would turn himself in to police Tuesday.
Thank you to the guy that turned himself in, because it was hard not knowing whoever you were.
He admits he fired a gun. He brought the gun with him and gave it voluntarily to the police.
In bond court, Young's defense attorney would argue the first-degree murder charge to be too harsh a punishment, since Roundtree was not the intended target.
To me, that's not first-degree murder, which, as Your Honor knows, requires intent. This, if anything, may be a unintentional manslaughter.
It did actually hit somebody and kill them, so that's why I'm going to hold him no bond.
While Young remains behind bars, Alicia Roundtree's family is grateful for justice. Her son Isaiah has since graduated from college, a bittersweet accomplishment he had hoped to share with his mother.
It meant a lot to her, and it really hurt to know that she didn't really get to make it to that day.
So again, Young is being held on no bond, is in jail tonight. His next hearing before a judge is scheduled for 21 days from now. Reporting live in Miami Gardens, I'm Rebecca Vargas, 7 News.
Breaking news, nigga. Some breaking news.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
There's something wrong with the black man's mind. There's something wrong with his mind. Nigga, please.
Oh, hell no.
Fight their asses.
A Fort Bragg soldier is accused of murdering a woman at a Myrtle Beach motel. Chandler Dunmeyer appeared before a judge this afternoon. Investigators believe he shot 20-year-old Collie Muirhead sometime over the weekend. Her body was found in a room at the Beachcomber Oceanfront Inn. Her father showed up for today's court appearance.
If you're out on bond at the time of that initial appearance and you don't appear, they can revoke your bond, hold you in jail until your trial date. So you need to be there, and you're going to get a form that tells you exactly when and where to be. But I'll tell you that it's set for April the 6th, 2018 at 1 o'clock p.m.
You want to see for yourself, who did what was done, and, so you can, I don't know. I really don't know why I came. I just wanted to see who did that to my daughter.
Police say they found text messages between Dunmeyer and Muirhead exchanged late Sunday night, and the two had discussed exchanging money and meeting at the motel.
All right. The 2 charges, if you would come forward at this point, please, sir. You have 2 general sessions charges. The first and obviously most serious one is the charge of murder that can carry a life sentence. It's considered a violent crime for which bond may be denied. You understand that charge and the potential consequences of it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
About a long rap sheet. A Florida man who's been arrested 344 times is headed back to jail. Richard Powell was banned from Miami Beach, but was arrested again after going back there. Well, residents are apparently using Powell as a prime example of the judicial system's revolving door for repeat offenders. They say they want the laws.
Well, we start tonight with new information about the man accused of stabbing 2 brothers inside Macy's at the Mall of America. 20-year-old Mahed Abdirahman is now charged with 2 counts of first-degree assault. And investigators say that he slashed and cut 19-year-old Alex Sanchez on his face, head, and arms on Sunday night. 25-year-old John Sanchez was stabbed less severely when he ran to help his brother.
Officers say they found a knife with an 8-inch blade covered in blood. And Catherine Johnson is going in depth on what she uncovered about the suspect's past. Catherine?
Right, Leah. Court documents reveal Mahad Abdurrahman was committed last year and deemed mentally ill. Patient in Hennepin County Medical Center's inpatient psychiatry division last November, when documents say he removed his pants in the hospital room and approached the nurse's desk. He then grabbed a pen off the desk and attacked 2 staff members, stabbing them in the face and neck, even attempting to stab one in the eyeball. HCMC then petitioned to have Abdurrahman found mentally ill and dangerous, according to the Hennepin County Prosecutor's Office, and they argued the case. Now, they tell me a court examiner whose job is to evaluate defendants before the commitment hearing takes place did not agree that Abdurrahman was mentally ill. Still, he was sent to a small community behavioral health facility for treatment following that HCMC attack, where he did well, I'm told. On June 1st, Hennepin County prosecutors argued to keep him in the facility for 6 more months, and that was granted. Abdurrahman had a hearing at the end of June where he was officially found mentally ill and therefore also found not guilty of the assault charges at the hospital. He would remain under the state's control at the facility. At some point, and the date on this is still unclear, Abdurrahman was doing so well at this facility that he was released but still obligated to regularly check in. That's similar to a probation period. The Hennepin County Attorney's Office tells me he was running his program correctly, and then these stabbings at Mall of America happened this past weekend. We expect to learn a lot more about Abdurrahman's commitment and release in the coming days. His first appearance is scheduled for tomorrow afternoon, where I'm told this whole process will start all over again. Leah?
Catherine, thanks. As for Mall of America, the victims, we spoke off camera with John Sanchez last night. One of his arms is in a sling. He's wearing a lot of bandages, but he is back home. Alex Sanchez, though, remains at Hennepin County Medical Center. His brother says his injuries are serious, but he is
Just into the WIS newsroom, 2 arrests made in connection with a Richland County murder. Robert Gibson and Jordan Clark face multiple counts, including murder and drug charges. On New Year's Eve, deputies were called out to the 5600 block of Coley Road, where a body was found in the roadway. The coroner says Damaris Jackson died of a gunshot wound sometime in December. Investigators say that shooting happened over drugs. Gibson and Clark are at the Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center.
Shelby County investigators say they want to find a credit card thief who has some high-end tastes. They say he used stolen cards to buy a lot of liquor. WMC Action News 5's Janice Broach with the way he was able to get around one store's anti-fraud measures. Janice?
Well, Shelby County investigators say they want to catch this guy who spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars at a liquor store visiting more than once. And Shelby County investigators say he used stolen or fraudulent credit or debit cards and may have hit more than one liquor store.
I'm kind of angry. I'm losing that $400 and he's stealing someone else's credit card, I guess.
Sonny Patel owns Happy Liquor and Wine on Witten Road. He just found out a big spender customer charged more than $700 for liquor in mid-December, and the charge came back just the other day fraudulent. Patel says this man came to his store 4 times.
He was buying at least $600-700 stuff.
And he bought expensive liquor like Hennessy, Patron, Ciroc, and more. Patel asked this guy when he came into the store if he was having a big party with all of that liquor.
He said, oh, my father having a party and we're going to sell the liquor in the party and make some money.
Patel said the guy would come in at times with different credit cards, some that didn't work. He told him he needed ID and the man produced it. He also apparently knew the PIN numbers for the debit cards he used.
We know he's a very young-looking guy.
Yeah. Patel told me the man didn't talk much, and after the 4th visit, he never came back. Patel would like to see him again, because he now has the number to the Shelby County detective who would like to catch this guy.
I hope he come back and I can call.
And Sonny Patel says that suspect was driving a white Dodge Charger. If you know who he is, call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-PATCH. Live, Janice Berger, WMC Action News 5.
And as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Also follow us on the usual media for more interesting information like this.
Fight their asses.